Welcome back, everybody. You're with us here on Cape Rugby TV. You can find us every Wednesday from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Cape Town TV, DSTV channel 263. Don't forget, of course, our repeats on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., where we keep talking about what's happening in Western Province Club Rugby. Our focus is, of course, on the clubs in Western Province. This past weekend was the semi-finals of the Super League A, Bs and Cs at City Park. And, of course, coming this weekend, then, it is the finals of Super League A, B, and C. We'll see who the league at least winners are, and of course some of the determinations for the promotion relegation games. UCT was up against Helderburg. We managed to get some of those highlights. We're still going to be taking a look at Marty's against Villagers. But Jerome, just in terms of your thoughts over the last few years, looking at if you consider the semi-finals and quarterfinals and finals last year versus this year, what do you think?
Look, it's good. I think a lot of teams change. Like there's not the same old faces that you see. If you look at, like, obviously Durbell in Falsby, always somewhere there. They're not there. So it's also good for club rugby. It's other teams getting an opportunity and getting a chance. So it shows that everybody's working hard. It's just not easy. It's not. It's better that way. Because it become too predictable. You know who's going to be in the finals and you know who's going to be there. So it's good to see there's some other teams and the students coming through, and there's some changes in the fixtures.
Yeah, I suppose we also got to spare a thought for the fact that Falsby is busy playing in the Gold Cup, Tigerberg's playing in the Gold Cup, Unimill's playing in the Gold Cup. So even though we're focusing here, Hamilton's is on their way overseas to the World Champs. UCT is going to a University World Champs. So it's a pretty, even though we've got a lot of focus here, our clubs are still busy outside of the space.
Yeah, they're still playing. I don't know when they're going to stop play. It's like they're worse than the URC now. They play from January till December.
That's fantastic. Lots of club rugby. Let's go now and see some more club rugby. UCT against Helderberg. These were some of the highlights from the B field. Right, Jerome, you've got a couple of seconds to give us your input. UCT Helderberg.
Yeah, you could see that UCT obviously not with their strongest team there, like you were saying, most of the guys are overseas, but the young guys were still standing up there, like in this first half you can see. But Helderberg a little bit too strong. You can see they've got all the momentum.
Yeah, well, they've got a chance now to bounce back. UCT still, Helderberg leading at least in the second half there against UCT. Let's take a look now, second half. Then final result, Helderburg 28-17 over UCT. Jerome, so Helderberg's going to be going into Marty's in the final.
Yeah, and well done to Helderberg. I mean, a team coming from Super B. Well done to Koos Ekstein in his management. It's not every day that you see your first year in Super A, you're in a final. So that's great work from Helderberg.
Yeah, certainly Koos has ticked all the boxes. Right, folks, when we come back from the break, we're still going to be looking at the match between Marty's and Villagers. Of course, that was the final match of the day at City Park. But, of course, before we go there, let me just tell you a little bit more about Decro. Decro Paints is, of course, on board with Cape Rugby TV, and Decro is, of course, a quality brand with an enormous range of products. They've got a fantastic store at Game in one city, of course, national. In fact, global brand is Decro Paints. They've got everything that you need, all the colors. Here's a little video for you to take a look at what Decro does. Right, don't forget you can visit Decro at www.decro.co.za to find out more. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's Marty's and Villagers.